direct payments to the American people in what they're suspecting to be prepaid cards or vouchers in the amounts of upwards of $1,500 with a new plan that was introduced and announced by the administration. I'm going to talk through all the details for you here in this video and what all this means, as well as who may be anticipating something like this, what are the details of the plan, and when could we possibly see something like this as well. And is this the $2,000 dividend payment, or what is this? It's actually something that's totally different. In fact, I also have this article right here, which I'm going to pop up on the screen in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here. There's a lot of plans out there. This administration wants to hand out money like it is going out of style, right? With all of these plans and proposals, everything that the administration and the president has talked about, they're like willing to hand out all kinds of money with all these different plans and everything. It's nuts, but this is another one. And again, not to be mistaken with the $2,000 dividend payment that the president has been talking about since back in early November, which I've covered here extensively on the channel. Anytime that we get new updates on that, I bring that out. But this is actually something that's brand new that was recently officially announced by the administration. In fact, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details of this and let me explain. So this is being called the Great Healthcare Plan. The Great Healthcare Plan. Okay, let me explain what this is all about. So remember back in 2025, obviously it's not that long ago now, the ACA subsidies expired, right? So the Affordable Care Act subsidies that were help keeping those prices down on those healthcare plans for millions of people actually expired at the end of the year. That's actually what caused the record 43-day government shutdown that we had in October and the first half of November. That's what that was basically all about, was the extension of these ACA subsidies. Well, they didn't do it. They expired at the end of 2025, and they've been arguing about that, well, for a while here in 2026 as well. But instead, the administration and the president have come out and suggested, we don't want to extend the subsidies. We want to send that money directly to the American people instead. And they released this great healthcare plan. So that's what they're calling it, right? So in this, what it's doing is it's doing all kinds of different things, but well, essentially what they want to do is they want to take that money that otherwise would have been granted to these large health insurance providers as, you know, these subsidies to keep costs low for the enrollees and the beneficiaries. They want to essentially take that money and dole it out to the American people instead. Now, I want to point out a couple different things because there's speculation. There's no dollar amount that I saw anyway that says exactly how much these payments would be, but there is speculation out there suggesting anywhere between about $1,000, $1,200, and maybe even up to $1,500 is how much that they would want to send out to these individuals. Now, how would they actually do it? Because if you read in this article, it's actually interesting, and I've seen it in other sources as well, is that some people suggest like, hey, let's just cut everybody a check. Well, as you can see in this article as well, is they're saying, if we just give people a check, what are the chances you think that they're going to take that money and actually spend it on healthcare? Like none. Nobody's going to take that money if it's $1,000, $1,200, or $1,500 and actually use that to buy healthcare. They're going to take that money and spend it on something else. So what they want to do instead is issue it in a variety of different ways. Now, I've seen multiple different proposals out there, or I guess plans or, ideas as far as how that money could be distributed. But one idea, one plan is to basically set up an HSA, a health savings account for each individual person that'd be eligible for this, put the money into there, and then it can only be withdrawn for, healthcare expenses. Okay, that's one option. The other option is essentially sending out like a prepaid, essentially like a debit card, or maybe even a voucher, right? And it could only be redeemable for the purchase of healthcare insurance, right? So that's another option that they floated as well, is that, like I said, prepaid debit cards or like a voucher. And then again, you could basically just use that to redeem for this healthcare insurance. Okay, so that's basically what they're saying, is that they don't want this money to be going out to these large health insurance providers, but rather they want to take that money, give it directly to the American people and say, here, you go do your own shopping, you find your own plan that is best for you and your family or your personal situation, and then you spend this money, whatever they would allocate, to get your plan. And they're basically saying this would be good for the enrollees like us, the people getting the money. It would also be good for, obviously the country, right? And it'd also be good for the government. So they feel like it's going to be a win-win-win across the board for everybody. I don't know. Drop your comments down below. Do you really think that that'd be a win for everybody, right? I always feel like it's a little bit suspect when they say, yeah, we want to give you some money because it's going to be good for you. Like, really? Is it really going to be good for us? Or is that just their messaging to say it's actually going to be really good for the government? It's going to be really good for the overall economy. And basically, it's good for the government is what it comes down to, right? Let's just be real. And then they act like, no, trust us, it's actually going to be good for you, the American people. Anyway, drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think about this whole idea. Do you like this, or do you just feel like, just come on, just reinstate the ACA subsidies, stop playing games, stop coming up with those random proposals, and just reinstate the subsidies, reduce those healthcare costs for all the people that have had their premiums jacked up as of the beginning of the year. I've been reading a bunch about that as well. Also, leave a comment down below. Are you one of the people that are paying more from the increase to the premiums because of the dropping of the ACA subsidies? If so, if you want to, again, don't tell me dollar amounts. That's none of my business. And but if you want to, drop a comment down below and just tell me how much did your premium increase on a percentage basis from 2025 to 2026. I'll tell you this much. Me personally, my healthcare premium increased by about 20% from 2025 to 2026. That's a round number. It went up a lot. Like, it's right around 20%. I mean, it could be 18, it could be 19, it could be 21%, but it's right around 20 as I kind of think about the numbers here. It went up a lot. I mean, it's like not a fun situation, right? That's a lot more to be paying out of pocket every single month. I'd love to hear from you on a percentage basis. Did your premiums get jacked at the beginning of 2026? Not happy about it, but mine certainly did. Like I said, about 20-ish%, give or take a little bit. So anyway, this is now, again, the great healthcare plan and what they want to do here. So drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. And again, as I get more information on this or more clarity on how they want to distribute that money directly to the American people, again, whether it's a direct payment, a check to everybody, a direct deposit, something like that. Do they set up their own individual HSA accounts where people can just tap into that money and use it for health care? Would it be a voucher, a prepaid card? What are the options? Because they don't trust us. Let's say it how it is, right? The reason that they want to do one of these secondary methods, an HSA, a prepaid card, a voucher, something like that, let's just say it how it is. They don't trust us. They don't trust us. That's why they want to do it. So they want to micromanage us. If they were to give us $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, they recognize the money would not be used for healthcare. At least the vast majority of it. Some people would certainly use that money on healthcare. A very small percentage of people. The vast majority of people would take that money and spend it on who knows what, right? I don't blame anybody. But again, that's why they're doing it, because they don't trust us for even 1 second, right? So anyway, I'd love to hear your comments down below. Obviously, as I get more information on this or anything else that's out there right now, I'll certainly keep you updated, but again, not to be mistaken with the $2,000 dividend payment that the president has been talking about. That is something that's totally different. That is a totally different plan, a totally different proposal, and the funding for that is totally different as well. Either way, I'll keep you posted. I look forward to hearing your comments down below. Otherwise, again, I always like to say this, which is if you happen to be one of the 70-ish million people on Medicare, if at any given point you have questions on Medicare, if you need help finding the right Medicare coverages for you, if you feel like you don't like your Medicare plan and you want to explore options, whatever it happens to be, or if you have a special enrollment period opening up, if you're turning 65, if you need your help with your initial enrollment into Medicare, anything like that, call Chapter right there. It's absolutely free. You can see it right there. Free Medicare help. Call Chapter right there. It's Chapter Medicare. They've already helped multiple thousands of people in this community collectively save over $2 million just in this community alone, just in the last year or so. Absolutely amazing. Again, hundreds of you in this community have already called that phone number right there. Just so far this year, we're pushing about 10,000 people in this community that have called that phone number just in the last year or so. So absolutely amazing. Give them a call. By the way, I still have this stack of comments here. This is all the pages here. I pulled these comments out of the comments section. By the way, after you talk to Chapter right here with this phone number, drop a comment down below. Use the word Chapter within your comment. That's the keyword I search for, by the way, to find these comments. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my ongoing list here of all these comments. Again, page after page after page of all these comments I've pulled out just in the last I don't know, month and a half, 2 months or so, give or take a little bit. All these pages, people that are happy, getting better coverage, saving a boatload of money, whatever it happens to be. And I also have this document here, people saving all kinds of money, monthly basis, hundreds of dollars, annualized basis, thousands of dollars. Absolutely incredible. All right, anyway, hope this helps you. As always, please consider subscribing, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Otherwise, let me know what else I can do for you. Enjoy your day. Stay tuned. I'll keep you posted, and I'll catch you again later in the next